welcome to Stitched Pixels, Flosstube number 7. I'm Amanda, and I'll be showing you some of my projects today. It is July 1st, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Happy Canada Day, and happy 4th of July, because, you know, the backlog. By the time anyone sees this, it'll probably be after the 4th of July. So, happy 4th of July to all my American viewers, and happy Canada Day to the Canadians out there. Let's start off real quick with haul, because I want to. Okay, so I did buy a lot this past week because I've been working insane overtime at work. I actually worked a double on my birthday, so I didn't even get to do my birthday start on my birthday because I was exhausted from working. But lots of money, so I decided to treat myself to a online shopping spree when I got home from work that night. So you guys will see those in the coming weeks. But I did buy a few patterns, and a different order came in. So first up, big stack of stuff. We'll start with the patterns, because those are all on the tablet. So, new pattern from Frosted Pumpkin. This will be my first Frosted Pumpkin pattern. It is called Dino Days. Stegosaurus Exploring and T-Rex Roaring. Thought that was super cute. So I picked that up, and I bought the fancy floss and the fabric for it. That should be coming shortly. And then I picked up another Satsuma Street because I love her work, just haven't stitched any of it yet. Whoa. I pressed something. I love touch screens. There we go. Pretty Little Hawaii. This is one of her new releases as well. I did go on vacation to Hawaii probably over 15 years ago now. I was in high school. But I think that would look really nice in a shadow box with a bunch of little knickknacks and whatnot I still have left, or my parents probably have tons of stuff still too, because I went with them. So I fell in love with that. And I also purchased 2 patterns in the HAED sale, because there's never a HAED sale and I don't buy patterns. These are for diamond painting though. I don't plan on stitching these, but I do have the big Ninja Dragon leans I'm gonna stitch. And these, well, not exactly the same girls, they are similar. So this is Faces of Fairy 185. This is the current diamond painting I'm working on, which I'll show you in a second. And then this is the other one, Faces of Fairy 187. I bought her pattern as well, and I ordered the custom kit for her today. And I also picked up another piece of fabric, black fabric, to finish my Hello There. I had enough black kicking around for 9 out of the 12 blocks. So black, 18 count, Ada, for my last 3 blocks, and I should have a little bit left over for another small project. I also got my Hello There August buttons. I know only 3 of them are gonna fit, so I used the 2 fancy ones and then one of the other ones. And then I'll figure out something to do with my leftover buttons once the once the year is over. I also picked up all the Weeks Die Works. I believe these are all Weeks. All the Weeks Die Works for kitty string. You figure, you know, it's very similar to cat people, so I thought there would have been some overlapping colors. Yeah, no, not even a little bit. So I picked up Weeks Die Works, and now these aren't anything new or special or fancy. So I'll just show you the palette all. These are all I got. I do have like whitewash and a few of the colors already. But I picked all, ooh, look at that pretty pink. I haven't even really looked at these yet. And this is all for kitty string and building up, you know, my stash of fancy floss. And also back onto the diamond painting. I know a lot of people use those Deralyn 82 slot cases. Those are crazy expensive here in Canada. Like 70 bucks from Amazon, crazy. So I picked these up from Michael's. There. I just have the number and the symbol for every single one. This is for my Faces of Fairy diamond painting, so I have 2 of these. And that's more than enough for all the colors. And I only put 1 bag of beads per container. So they're not overly full. And what I do is I don't even take my beads out. The lids are locked. So you actually have to press the side button here to unlock a lid. And obviously it's not gonna work because I'm trying to. And then I just use them right out of there. I don't pour them into a dish, nothing. I just poke, and if I need to, I close it, shake it up a little to get them to all flip over. So I feel like it saves me time not having to dump beads out, dump beads in, dump beads out, dump them in. The only one color I have that I don't have in here is 310, and that's something because there's like 9,000 diamonds of 310. So my plan is I'm going to do all the 310 on a page and then fill in everything else. So I'll just open up a bag, pour it into the tray, and do all the 310. And then if by the time I'm done the page, I'll put any little bits of leftover 310 in the container, in its slot. I haven't had a lot of time to work on it. I did finish my chameleon, but obviously I didn't bring it upstairs because it's downstairs. But if you follow me on Instagram, stitched_pixels, you would have seen it there. Oh, I don't even have to unroll this. So yeah, this paper is designed to not have stuff stick to it, because obviously it's sticky tape. But this is what I got done for my diamond painting. Just all black. It's her hair in the upper corner. The way my setup is, I figured working top right to top left across the top would be easiest, and also because I'm right-handed. So my hand's not ever going to be on anything sticky. And then I'll work my way down. But I'm going to have those two. They're not very big as far as like HAED diamond paintings go. Some people have like 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters. This is only 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters. So I figured they're a nice size for my first two customs. And I'm also going to have them set up like as companion pieces to the Ninja Dragonlings cross stitch, because that's going to be humongous, and I can't wait to start it. I think I ordered fabric for it too, so that might be a start sometime in the near future. So I actually ended up starting the diamond painting on my birthday because I was just way too exhausted to do anything, so I just started that up. Then 2 days later, on the 26th, I finally got around to my birthday start, which is Cloud's Factory Final Fantasy VII. I got all the black done. I started with black because, well, it was the color that was at the center, at the bottom of Cloud, and every character had black. So I have a landmark for every single character now, so no matter what color I pick next, I can start from their black bits and count my way out. Got a whole pile of stuff here. I've also started last night, she released the pattern a day early, my Submersive Mermaid Sal by Peacock and Fig. This is on 14 count, picture this plus in Arial. I know they're not properly laid out or anything because I'm planning on cutting them apart and doing something different with them. You'll see probably in like 10 videos by the time I get around to doing it. So this is our new mermaid. I worked on her for a few hours last night and a little bit today. I'm going color by color. I do the Krynic first because it's the most tedious part, and then I go each color. I think she says something like perfect hair and no pants. The struggle is real. It's super cute. I do have all my materials to FFO those all set up already. So hopefully once I get done stitching, I can get that finished up pretty quick. Up next, Pokemon. Again, crazy overtime at work this week. So I have barely stitched anything. I've finished 3 colors. So we're down to 48 colors left. So not a whole lot of change going on here. Don't even know if you guys can see. So just slowly filling it in. I don't even know what colors I did. Oh, I did Stampler's browns. And other than that, I don't even remember what I did. I think I did the pinks over here, but that could have been 2 weeks ago. So coming along nicely. What is next? And also for the other full coverage piece I worked on was Alduar for my boyfriend. I'll show you a picture of what it'll look like finished, because most of you probably don't even know what Alduar is. It's from World of Warcraft. It's his favorite raid. And then this is a picture of the artwork that I was based off of. This is artwork by a gentleman named Breath Art. He does a lot of novel covers in China. I do have his permission to chart this for personal use. You will see a lot of his artwork on Etsy charted, and I'm pretty sure those are illegal because he sells copies of his prints for more than she's charging for the charts. So buyer beware. I have reported it to him. I don't know if he's taken any action or not, but I have seen his artwork on Etsy. And this is how far I've come. Working on the bottom right hand corner. I am planning on doing color by color, but I want to do all the black first. So like 5 years from now I might be done that. Just because it'll give me a good outline to work from so I don't have to grid the whole thing. Because, well, we know by the evolutions piece, I can't count and I'm going to mess it up. So I'm doing all the black first, and then we're going to go from there. And if I have to grid out individual little spots of it, I will, but it keeps me from having to grid the whole thing. Alright, what else have I worked on or not really worked on? Oh, also, whips. I did a little bit on my August. You figure with me working as much as I have been, I'd get more done, but no, obviously. Because by the time I get a break, I'm so exhausted. So I'm almost in the Word, and then just got a little bit of border to do, and then we'll be on to September. I've also worked on my Eastern Jewels blanket, not a whole heck of a lot. I got a few more rounds done and my first set of fans. So this is going to be an octagon. It'll end up being an 8-sided block. This is what the full blanket will look like. Oh, it's a little bit bigger. It cuts off, but got a little over a year to finish that up. So you'll see the mad dash next summer when I have to get it done. That brings me to, oh, another crochet goodie I wanted to show you guys. I looked for him a few weeks ago to show you guys, but this is Plod. He is Heidi Bear's design. She sells on Etsy. She's not designing anymore, but her shop is still open. But he's all made out of these motifs, and then you join them together. Her patterns are phenomenal. I was a beginner crocheter when I made my first one, and I had no problems at all following her patterns. So I just made this guy to sell, and for some reason I've been trying off and on for 2.5 years to sell him, and nobody wants him. So he's just kind of become a closet hanger-outer. It probably took me about 2 weeks to make because I think it was the second or third one I ever made. But now I can, if I'm just crocheting, I could probably crank one out in about a week, week and a half. Now, the flowers are all basically identical. It just changes the number of sides they have. Some of these are 6, and then like the ones up here in his frill are 5. So it's all basically just a lot of repetitive, and then you gotta follow the pattern to put them all together. Just wanted to show you guys that. I'll link the pattern for him and her shop on my blog, because I know I have some fellow crocheters on here, and these are super fun, and they make awesome baby shower gifts. I've sold a bunch of like ponies and sheep. She's got maybe over a dozen different animals. The ponies and sheep, I figured a dinosaur for a little boy, but maybe they don't like my colors. They're wonderful little projects for baby shower gifts and whatnot. That brings me to my sort of shoutouts. So someone who's been kicking around the Flosstube community for a while, Heather, Link is my homeboy, put up her first video probably 2 weeks ago now. It's been a while since I filmed, and I know her, well, not really know her, but we used to hang out in the same community, Sprite Stitch, and she talked about on her video the charity quilts that Quiltoni used to do. Just the interest has gone down significantly, so nobody's making the squares for her to make the quilts. She would donate her time and all the fabric as long as the community made the squares, and then she'd donate the quilts to, I believe, Child's Play, and they'd be auctioned for charity. Child's Play, I believe, donates video games and video game consoles to children's hospitals. I could be wrong if anyone wants to correct me on that. For sick children. So I really love the quilts, and so I was gonna, you know, stitch 48 of my own squares to make my own, to pay her to make me a blanket. So I made 2. This one is from BioShock 2. It's one of the characters. Yeah, haven't played that game in a while. No idea. But this is the piece I tried parking on. Because it is all confetti. The entire thing. Even like the spots that don't look like confetti, yeah, there's like 3 shades in there. This thing is pure confetti. The back is a rat's nest. And then I also did Ninjini, I know her name, from Skylanders. She was one of my favorite characters in Skylanders Giants. We got crazy into Skylanders for quite a few years. We have hundreds of those little plastic toys, but, you know, adults. So we played Giants a lot, and Ninjini was that one really, really rare character that we finally got our hands on, and I was super excited. So she was my favorite character from that series. So about the time I started doing this was when the game was fairly new, so that's why she got chosen. I also have a few other older pieces back from my Sprite Stitch days. This is a little moonkin from World of Warcraft. It's the spec I used to play off and on. I'm mostly am a resto druid, but I do play as a moonkin when I'm just killing things, but when I'm in a group I heal. This is, I don't even remember the artist's name, but I did have her permission to chart her artwork and use it for personal use. This is also a custom pattern. It's Evolutions. Back before there was a Sylveon. No? Yes, a Sylveon. The new one. So this is fairly old. I believe it's probably 2012, 2013. It's all tribal artwork. There was a pattern on Sprite Stitch that was just all black, so I picked the primary color for each Pokemon and did them each in a color. Then, this is another pattern I did myself. It's from the cover of Mass Effect, one of my favorite games. It's done all on black, so it's only the colors that are stitched. I went through a phase where I really liked making my own patterns and importing images, so I made this myself from the cover artwork. That's Saron, the main bad guy, and then the title. And then I would just delete the 310 and stitch everything but 310 on black fabric. So I have a ton of black fabric. Then this was a stitch along from 2013. Members of the community designed bands, and we voted on our favorite 3. So Mario Kart, Dance Dance Revolution, and Journey. And then for the 4th band, we got to pick whatever one we wanted. I picked Angry Birds because I absolutely adore them. And then I added my own kind of blackwork style border. That was just a fun little event from years and years and years ago. Oh yes, and I've decided that I'm going to do the 100 Days of HAED challenge with Portia Parker on Stitch Talk. It's a group on Facebook. I don't know if registration is still open. It starts tomorrow. So the challenge is basically to do at least 1 stitch on a HAED every day for 100 days. I'm sure I'll get more than 1 stitch in most days. Probably not this week though, because I'm a dingbat and I signed up for 5 doubles in 7 days. So yeah. I just accepted shifts and didn't really look at my schedule very well. Oh yeah, I'm not working that day, I'll take it. And then, oh crap, I'm working 2 shifts the day before and 2 shifts the day after, so. Oh well. I'll survive. It's only work, right? So I plan on doing that. I'm going to be working on No Smoking by Randall Spangler. And I didn't even grab that. Please hold. my tiniest of HAEDs. So it's I believe it's 12 or 14 pages. I'm doing extreme cross country color by color, as you guys know. Got a little bit of dragon outline going on there, and then I did the whole first page. My plan will be, for the foreseeable future, to do a color per day. When it gets into 400 or 500 stitches of a color, that might become less and less feasible. But for the first little while, most of my colors are in the 100 to 200 range right now. So I'll do those, and we'll reassess from there. I hope to be very close to finishing this by the end of the 100 days. As far as the HAED goes, it is pretty small. Well, it's 100 days, I don't know, maybe half finished. Completely finished is kind of going overboard. Let's aim for half, or at least half the colors done. How about that? Yeah, good goal. Half the colors done by the end of the 100 days, so that brings us sometime to October. Now, I still plan on doing arbitrary August. I'll have to do a few stitches on this and then switch over to my arbitrary day item. Obviously, this won't be in the count for arbitrary August because I will be working on it every day as part of the challenge. And that's about it for today. I want to keep it nice and short. It's really hot out, and I plan on going to go sit in the air-conditioned room for a while and cool down. And I really haven't done much to show you guys because life has been crazy. So I'm going to keep on stitching away. I'll have hopefully more to show you the next time I film, which probably won't be for another 10 to 14 days because, well, this week is a complete write-off. Probably my next weekend off I'll film, which will be in 2 weeks. So until then, guys, have a great few stitchy weeks. Again, happy Canada Day, happy 4th of July to my American viewers, and we'll see you around. Thank you.